Hope everybody's doing well. It's another edition of It Is What It Is, and with your host, not the one and only. Anyway, today's question, we just finished working out right now, a little bit of Kempo. And what happened is, guess what? It's August here in Laredo, and we're all doing Laredo Rare, and within 5 minutes, everybody understands what it is here in Laredo. Anyway, the question that I was asked, when do you engage? Imagine that question, when do you engage? It's very simple. Number one, let me backtrack that a little bit. When do you engage like in self-defense? Okay. Like in a self-defense situation? Getting to a fight? Okay. Backtrack. Many people search for martial arts schools, whether they're coming to train with us here in Savat, or they're doing boxing, or they're doing MMA, or they're doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Taekwondo, whatever, what have you. Okay? Most of everybody they're doing this for not only for self-esteem, self-confidence, and of course, self-defense, and to learn how to fight. Now, only because you do martial arts does not mean that you're going to go out there and pick a fight or go out there and look for a fight. Okay? So I want you all to realize that martial arts, if you're going to do martial arts and go out there power drinking and get some liquid courage and go out there hell raising and getting into fights here and there, well, you're going to get into a lot of legal trouble. There's people that do that, though. On the other hand is, when do you engage in a serious self-defense situation? Self-defense happens like this. You have to train for that. You have to train for the scenarios. You have to train. You have to be adequate enough with what you have inside, in the sense of your own abilities. One, you have to ask as a threat. Is the threat imminent? Second, what are your possibilities of leaving, retreating, evading that threat? Fourth, legal consequences of the threat, legal consequences of your actions. All that happens like this. I tell people this: a true self-defense situation, you find it anywhere. It happens any place. Okay? What you all should do is research your own penal codes of your state or the country that you live in. Because every country is different, every state is different. And believe me, some states here in this great land of ours have a retreat clause. You have to be able to retreat. You can no longer retreat, then you can defend yourself. But then, at the same time, it says, when it's the only option you have is to defend yourself. Okay? People say, well, Professor, he threw a punch at me. Well, throwing a punch is already a different story. Now, he was calling you a name and you go up and smack him with a fist across the face. That's a different story. You're the one that started. Well, it depends on a lot of things. But in today's world, I'm talking to a phone. I'm talking to my phone's the one that's recording right here. You know how many people have cameras on their phone? Everybody. The cameras on our phones now are better than the video cameras that they were using in Hollywood in 2000. Okay? So when there is a fight, a self-defense situation, the vast majority of people are going to pull out their phones and videotape you. So with that said, take in mind, in Texas, you have a stand your ground. You don't have to retreat. Okay? But you also have to understand the legal consequences of non-lethal force and lethal force. Has it escalated to lethal force? Did it escalate to lethal force? Did you use lethal force when the guy just pushed you and you cracked the guy's neck? You took him to the ground, you choked him out, and you killed him. It happens, okay? You're going to be facing a lot. Self-defense means that you fear for your life, right? Now, what I fear, what I think that it's danger might not be the same thing that what somebody else thinks it's dangerous, and so on and so forth. So you have to assess that. The best thing I tell people is do not be over paranoid. Okay? I see a lot of colleagues teach different arts, especially knife blade arts, and they have one around their neck, they have one in each pocket, they have one in the hat, they have one in the boot, and they're going out there looking for something like that. Well, if you're looking for it, you're going to find it. Okay? And then you're going to get in trouble with it. Understand what self-defense is. Okay? Only because somebody said something about your mother doesn't mean that you go out there and you break their jaw and break their nose. Understand that? Sometimes things occur, like road rage. Even though we use the word road rage, there's no stipulation as a road rage in the penal code, but there are things inside driving the vehicle that would put you on the road rage side. Understand what I'm saying? And like reckless driving, aggressive driving, stuff like that, they'll tack onto you. Try to avoid situations. Self-defense is being aware, number one. Where am I? Where did I park my car? Do I have my keys in my hand? Am I walking around texting and not paying attention to my surroundings? I see that all the time. You go to the grocery store, people come out, they don't even look both ways. They're just texting away. All right, so be aware. Should you take up martial art classes? Of course. I would tell people if there's no Savate or Kempo or something like that, look for Eskrima or Kali and take it that other route. If there's Shotokan Karate and that's the only thing that's in town, I'll take Shotokan Karate. If there's only Aikido, take Aikido. Okay? If you don't like boxing, do Tai Chi. There's so many different martial arts out there to keep us healthy and to give us an idea of what situations may occur. Now, granted, there's arts that are better than others, suited for that. That's a different story. But right now, we're talking about self-defense. Only because you all train in a martial art or in a combative sport does not mean that you go out there and beat up people. Plain and simple. Don't look for it. But be prepared. Hope this finds you well. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave some questions. I'll keep on answering questions as they come along. Sometimes I'll do one in the morning. Sometimes I'll do one at night. Like right now, we just finished class. And we'll see you then. Much peace.